Hey, Bill. I don't know who lost whom. Sorry about that. You were just telling me. I'll stop in and pick that stuff up later today sometime. So. Okay, we'll work on it. Yep, I got you. I got you, Billy. It is. I like it too. I'll come and pick that stuff up later. That's good. That's good. Okay, sounds good. That's exactly right. All right, Bill. I gotta get back to work. Bye. Okay, I'm back, Biff. Brother Fabio calling me. Yeah, he's got this giveaway he wants to do for Nail City, or River City. I told him to stick it in my box. I'll get it when I come in. Okay, I didn't realize Chad was going to, he was there, right? I didn't realize he was coming in studio. I wonder if he even realized I'm not there anymore. I like it better when they're in studio because the audio's better, but yeah, I was too, but that was good. I'd rather they come in. I always tell them if they want to come in, they can. It's just that I'm not there. One of these days I want to get the Zoom set up so that they can see me and I can see them. So at least we see each other, you know. But I'll have to work on that someday. All right, what's the temperature? 43. Oops, moving on up to the east side. I'm going to try again. McCabe is on vacation, but he's home. So he said he wasn't calling in, but you never know. If he does, just let me know. I don't expect him. He said he wasn't. So I'm going to start off talking about tipping. So give some thought to tipping here. We'll get to that in a minute. He's home. Unless he wants to respond to Chad, I don't think he'll call in. He said he wasn't going to do the show today, which is fine, but you know, always be prepared. We'll be like Boy Scouts and always be prepared. That's right.
Ohio Valley continues shortly, here on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey, Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
Sure thing.
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time. Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice-cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
See the Wheeling Nailers in person Sunday, April 25th, as they go against the Fort Wayne Commies. Puck drops 4:10. Enjoy great family fun and entertainment with the Nailers, proud affiliates of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and watch players who may become future NHL stars. Experience the 29th season of pro hockey in Wheeling. Get tickets now for the Nailers game, Sunday, April 25th at Westbanco Arena. Call 304-234-GOAL or visit WheelingNailers.com. This is Nail City.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. Partly to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures near 64 degrees. Mainly clear through the overnight as they drop down to about 39 degrees. Mix of clouds and sunshine early with a few scattered showers around for your Saturday, but highs near 64. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Do you know what is the date today?
April 23rd is National Picnic Day.
Okay, boom, boom, brought the picnic basket.
Perfect day to have lunch outside.
I hope it's a picnic. It's never a picnic.
It's National Picnic Day.
Have a little picnic basket.
A picnic in the park.
What's a picnic?
We have a picnic.
Picnic? We're going on a picnic? It's National Picnic Day.
We had a picnic.
Enjoy a picnic.
All right, everyone, it's showtime.
Your morning news, weather, and sports, wrapped into his own unique perspective. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe and Brad Leonard in the producer's chair. Brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
National Picnic Day, huh? A little bit cool for a picnic. 43 degrees at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. About 38 degrees still here at my home studios. And clear skies, sunshine coming in through the window here at the home studio. 43 at the airport, little light breeze blowing around makes it feel like 37 degrees. So, National Picnic Day, Biffy. I wouldn't mind having a picnic. I wouldn't mind having a picnic if it was just a little bit warmer. What's your favorite picnic food?
Probably peanut butter and jelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandwich.
I don't think that is a pick. All right. The number one in this little survey I have here, the number one choice are sandwiches. I wouldn't have thought peanut butter and jelly. That to me is not picnicky. I'm like a ham and cheese sandwich or a chicken salad sandwich or something like that. Potato salad, macaroni salad, those are good picnic foods, I think, don't you?
I think any type of sandwich, salad spread, like you said, chicken, egg, tuna.
Tuna's good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any kind of spread like that, I think, is good.
Looking over this list of things in this National Picnic Day survey, America's favorite picnic foods, number one are sandwiches. Number two, and I'm in for this, fried chicken. Oh, baby, I love me some fried chicken.
Nothing wrong with that.
Neely's fried chicken. Oh,
good stuff.
Good stuff. I could, that is a good picnic meal. Grab some Neely's fried chicken and a Neely's ham and Swiss sandwich. Take it out to the park or someplace, have a picnic. Oh yeah, baby, that's good stuff. Watermelon also on this list of favorite picnic foods. Potato salad, pasta salad, deviled eggs. Yeah, I love deviled eggs. Are you a deviled eggs kind of guy?
Love deviled eggs.
I do too. My problem is, like Lay's, I just can't eat one or two.
It's one bite.
Yeah. An egg is like, oh, okay, there was that one.
Yeah, deviled eggs are gone in one bite.
Baked beans, another picnic food. I do like baked beans. And pie. I like pie, apple pie, nice chocolate pie. I'm not sure I think of it as a picnic food per se. But those are the favorite picnic foods in this list. Most popular place to have a picnic? The park. That makes sense, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's got to be overwhelming, is at a park.
Yeah. Number 2 is by a lake. Number 3 is on a hill. Number 4 is at the beach. When I'm eating at the beach, I don't really think of it as a picnic. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, when I go to the beach, we'll have lunch at the beach. It's oftentimes picnicky kind of food. It'll be a sandwich or those sort of things. But I don't think of that as a picnic per se. Maybe it is. I don't know.
We would always, I'd get up early in the morning. We would go down to the beach when we would still go to Ocean City. Eat a little breakfast, get something in me. Everybody would always go up for lunch. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, because I'd stay in the water. You get me in the water. The water's like my second home.
I'm staying there.
I'm staying there, and I always tell them, listen, I said, here's what you bring down. You bring down a sandwich, you bring down a couple Gatorades and some water. I said, when I'm ready, I'll get out of the ocean. I'll eat a sandwich and a little bit of Gatorade or whatever. I'm going back in, and I'm not staying there till it's close to dinner time and we got to get ready. Just bring me something to drink so that in case you get the salt water and you need something to wash it out. That was it. Gatorade, water, sandwich. That's it. Bring that and I'll be good. You guys want to go up and eat and do whatever, that's fine. I'm staying here.
100% the same thing. We would go to the beach as a family when I was a kid, and then when we took my kids when they were kids, up in the morning and get breakfast. Go out for breakfast always on the beach someplace, and then come back and prepare sandwiches and some pop or whatever, and put it in the cooler. Take it down with us to the beach, and then I'm like you. I'm there all day. Just leave me be. When I'm hungry, I'll eat, and when I'm not, I'll swim, and then eventually. And when I was a kid, my parents would have to always go, come on, you got to get out of the water. We have to go get ready for dinner. I'm not ready for dinner.
Oh, I'm like, I don't want to go to dinner. I want to stay here.
Yeah.
I don't want to get out. And then if you had a pool, it was okay. If your place had a pool with it, it was okay. We'd get done eating dinner, and you'd always try and time it to where you could just go to the pool in the evening for enough until it closed.
Yeah,
or if it was a bad weather day or whatever, and it was kind of, like a cloudy, maybe it's going to rain, maybe it's not. Those were the kind of days where you would go to the pool, but it didn't matter. It'd be like, are you ready to get? No, I'm not ready to get out. I want to stay.
Yeah, beach vacations were 100% the same every day and every year. Breakfast, beach. Sandwiches for lunch, stay as late as you can, take a shower, go out and have a nice meal in the evening. I like to go to a nice meal, usually at the beach, try and get some good seafood. And then as I got older, it was maybe a little drop by the bar on the way home. But, that was it. Every day, every single day, year after year, same thing. Breakfast, beach, sandwich, dinner, nap. Go for it again. Rinse and repeat.
That's it. Every day it was the same thing. Rinse, repeat, and do it again.
Yeah. And now that I'm saying this out loud, man, I want to get back to the beach. I haven't had a beach vacation for a long time. We've done a lot of these big vacations, and Our vacation this year is going to be another Western adventure, I think, with the Uniglobe. I really do want to get back to the beach. When I was a kid and when my kids were kids, we went every single year to the beach. We were Virginia Beach. You said you were Ocean City?
We were Ocean City, and the highlight was the store that's down there's Anthony's. They sell the wine and the liquor and the beer, and they've got the dancing wine and liquor bottles, and we would always drive by, and I would get a kick out of that. I think that was the greatest thing. And once you saw it one time, it was, you try and get mom and dad, or dad was usually driving, and hey, Dad, can we go by Anthony's again?
And watch the dancing liquor bottles.
I want to see the liquor bottles on this store. And all it was just they had arms and the legs, and they were lights. They were like red lights, and they would just move in different directions. And for some reason, I thought that was like the greatest thing ever as a little kid.
Love it. National Picnic Day today. Not surprisingly, 94% of Americans say they like picnics. Who doesn't like a picnic, right? I mean, 94% of Americans. But 5% say they don't like picnics. And 1% of people surveyed say they hate picnics. What the hell is wrong with you?
How do you hate something that's just relaxing, calming? I mean, I don't
warm sun, pleasant breeze,
right?
Good food. You're right. Calm, quiet, just relax.
Well,
I don't know, whether you want to take a walk or read a book or take a nap. I mean, come on, picnic.
Unless there's wildlife around and they try and ruin your picnic, then that's a different story.
There is that. I have to think the 1% who hate the picnics, they have to be people who had a terrible picnic experience, and maybe that's it. Like, well, I was having a picnic and a bear came. Oh, okay, well then, okay, maybe that's not so much fun. But I can't imagine, how can you not, I mean, if there's anything that just brings a smile, I would think, to everybody's face, it's, let's have a picnic, right? National Picnic Day today. So I hope you all celebrate and have a picnic. I will tell you right now, if it was warmer today, this would be a Neely's fried chicken and ham and cheese sandwich day someplace at the park. Or somewhere. By the way, on the list of places people like to go for picnic, number 1, a park, number 2, the lake, number 3, on a hill, and number 4, at the beach, number 5, in your own backyard. When all else fails, you can picnic in your own backyard.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. If you got maybe a tent or something, have make the tent for the kids and have at it. Make your own picnic in the backyard.
I have noticed already this year how many people are picnicking at the parks, Wheeling Park and Ogilvy Park. Again, we drive through almost every night with Teddy and. Or Nancy and I would take a little ride through in the afternoon. Every day you see people just, sitting at the picnic tables at Wheeling Park or Ogilvy Park. I'm just thinking, man, that looks like just so good. And especially the pandemic time, Biffy, because, you're outdoors, you're not near anybody. It's a perfect, picnics are a perfect pandemic event, right?
Yes, they are. I mean, what could be better than being outside in the fresh air, and you're away from, you're far enough away from everybody, and you're good to go.
9:21 of the Watchdog Morning Show, 43 degrees. If you're just tuning in, you're going, well, it's Friday. Where's that McCabe guy? How come you guys aren't fighting about something? John McCabe on vacation. So John is not with me today. So it's just Biff and I together for a while this morning. Biffy, I want to talk about your tipping habits. We've talked about this before. I have some national averages, and I'm curious whether you or our listeners fall into the national average. And there are a couple of things here that particularly intrigue me. So we'll talk about tipping coming up in a minute or two. Also, maybe pursue a bit more this rental inspection program the city of Wheeling is doing. Talked to Vice Mayor Chad Thalman a bit about that last hour. And internet speeds in West Virginia. It's no great surprise we are among the worst in the country, which is why, to me, it's fascinating that we're trying to attract remote workers to come to the state when we've got among the worst internet in the country. But we'll talk about all of that coming up. It's the Watchdog Morning Show. Friday is underway at 9:22.
needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-362-2000, 362-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. I'm a private real estate investor who can solve your real estate problems fast for cash. Do you want to sell and just be done with it? Okay, great. I buy vacant properties, boarded up houses, pre-foreclosures, and inherited properties. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorce homes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. I look forward to solving your real estate problems today. Give me a call for an all-cash offer at 614-362-2000, 614-362-2000.
Hey man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
Sure thing.
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time. Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice-cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Lansing. The Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Hoppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Lansing trusts the Watchdog.
Miss a part of the show? Want to hear a segment again? Check out our podcast page at watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
Coming up today, 10:06, statewide talk line. Hoppy Kercheval starts off with Senator Capito to talk about the infrastructure bill. Lauren Pierce, who has been with us before from Mountain State Spotlight, will talk about new drug overdose numbers with Hoppy. Brad McElhaney is in. And, of course, most importantly, Biffy, because it's a Friday.
Yes, it is. Steam release.
Steam release, where you can call in and just let her fly. Just keep it legal, keep it clean. But Hoppy can't respond, even if you say something about Hoppy. He cannot respond. Although I know for a fact that there are times he wants to.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I know that for a fact. Statewide talk line today, beginning at 10, then at noon, of course, on AM 1600. Well, on both stations, we'll have the WTRF TV7 headlines live from the anchor desk of WTRF TV, followed by Bill DeFabio's variety show on AM 1600. And Dance with Dr. G, the Donnie Gilbert radio show on AM 1370, WVOY and FM 97.7. And Big Rick is in at 2 o'clock. The TV7 news for an hour from 5 to 6. And then 6 o'clock we begin, baseball tonight?
Yes, baseball tonight. It is West Virginia taking on Kansas State in their first of 3 meetings this weekend.
All right, so just stick with us all day long. Got lots of good stuff for you. Biffy, we've talked about tipping before. You consider yourself a good, average, mediocre tipper? Are you a big tipper?
Normally for me, it's 20%.
Yeah, that's my go-to. I start with 20%. Unless it's really bad service, I won't go down from there. I will tend to round up. I'll start with 20%, and if 20% takes it to, $4.62. I'll round it up to $5, something like that. Little survey here from BuzzFeed on people's tipping habits. 55% say their go-to percentage is 20%, just like you, just like me. That's the average. This has been an interesting question from a lot of people over the past year because of the pandemic. We do so much delivery. Do you tip when you pick up takeout or when you get delivery service? I don't know if you do much takeout or delivery, Biffy, but do you tip, or do you think you should tip on that?
I would think on delivery more than a takeout order.
I completely agree. I agree. I tend to. Now, somebody's got to prepare it and bag it up, but still, if I'm going in and picking it up, we had silver chopsticks last night, and my wife just ran down and picked. And the reason, by the way, was we said, I'd like to have this delivered, and they said, okay, can't tell you exactly when it'll get there. Never mind.
We'll pick it up.
We'll come down and pick it up. It's only 3 minutes from our house. I tend to not be as concerned about tipping on takeout. And I might be wrong, and I'd be happy to hear from any of you who are in the service industry if you want to text me or call me and tell me, should I tip on takeout? But like you, Biff, I tend to not tip on takeout. Now, conversely, I do tip on delivery.
Yeah, I could see that.
And again, I'm not exactly sure the philosophy there because the delivery drivers, I think, get paid for their delivery, and you tend to pay a delivery fee, so the drivers get paid for it. I want to ask Steve from St. C if he can help me with this. But for some reason, I feel a need to tip on delivery.
You know why?
So I usually tip when I get food delivered.
You know why I think we do? Because in case you get that driver next time, they'll remember, oh, wait a minute, this house here or whatever, they took care of me.
Yep, good point.
So you're going to get better, if it's the same driver, you're going to get, better service than, maybe what someone else might.
That's a good point. And it's one of the reasons I tip I tip well, generally. I overly well sometimes. And do you tip for good service? I guess, yes, I tip for good service. But more importantly, I tend to tip so I get good service the next time. I tip so that when I come in, they know right away what I'm going to drink. I tip that they know when I go to Generations that after my meal for lunch, I'm going to want a cup of coffee and they want to make a decaf. And they'll just automatically say, are you ready for your decaf? They probably would treat me well anyways, but, I want to be treated well the next time around. So your point about delivery, I think, is really a good point. 43% of the people surveyed say that they usually tip a few dollars when they get their food delivered. 29% say they usually tip 15 to 20%. Let's talk to Steve in St. C. He's a delivery guy from time to time. Do you get tips when you do good work there, Steve?
We do. It is, and I got to tell you, what a great feeling it is to know that someone is tipping you. And you can tell, first of all, the DoorDash policy is DoorDash will pay you $3 every order you deliver for them, okay? No matter what happens, if you pick up an order, you're going to get $3. But also built into that is the customer can put a tip on that card. So when I get an alert, pick up an order from blank, whatever restaurant, it'll say you are going to earn $9 on this. So I know that the DoorDash is paying me $3. That customer has put at least $6 tip on that order. And that's a great feeling because I got to be honest with you. I look at it, and I don't want to say I treat anybody different because, look here, college students, I know they don't have the money to tip. And if I know I'm going to one of the local colleges, I almost expect, I was a college student one time, and I expect, I don't have the extra money. They usually maybe put $1 on there or something, or I don't care. I really don't. But for bigger orders, I would hope there's a tip on it. I do. And if it comes up and the alert says to me you're going to make $3 on this, I'm probably going to decline it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I could actually decline that. And you could accept or decline any order you want on DoorDash, but if I see $3 or let's just say I know I'm going to have to travel, because it'll tell you you're traveling 15 miles for this order, and I'm only going to make $3 or $4. To me, that's not worth it. I'm
not worth your time.
Yeah, it's not worth my time. It's not worth the money. You're going to spend that in gas, basically doing that. And so, yeah, but you know up front if you're going to get a tip. But there are some great people, and I got to tell you, it's who put the tip on the card, and if they love your service, they could actually go back on and add more of a tip. Mm-hmm. And I think I've done that by staying in contact with a customer. When I go to the place and it's taking a little longer, because sometimes let's just say because when I slide it and say, okay, I'm now at blank.
Right.
And then you start looking going, oh, where's Gerald at? Where's Gerald at? Well, how come he's still sitting there? What I'll do is text you and tell you, Howard, order still being prepared. They told me it's going to be another 5 to 7 minutes. And the customer loves hearing that, knowing that their order's not getting cold sitting in your car or doing whatever. So, and maybe they'll throw an extra $2 or $3 on the end. Literally in the last week, I've picked up a couple orders from Fusion, and I got to be honest with you, that's where you're going to make probably a ton extra money because people are tipping really well there, and they want to get their food ASAP. So I try to get the order from there, get on the road, and get it to them. And I've got, $15 tips from orders from there.
I think your point about communication is really important. I think that's true whether it's in a restaurant or delivery. If something is slowing things down, I'm perfectly willing to understand that. But you got to tell me about it. If I'm sitting there tapping my fingers going, I'm hungry, where's my food? Where's my food? It's been 20 minutes, where's my food? I'm going to be a little irritated. But if I know that if you say, well, it's taking longer to make than I thought, or got stuck in traffic, which could happen these days, that I feel better about it. So I'm not likely to be as unhappy.
You're willing to wait if I'm going to tell you that, hey, it's going to take an extra 5 or 7 minutes before I pull out of this place and head on the road, and then you can start actually following me on the app going, where's Gerald? I know he's on his way now. So right. I will tell you this, though. Sometimes DoorDash will hit you with a double order. If they know, sometimes if I'm at the Highlands, they'll send me a double order from Martins Ferry. So instead of paying a second driver a full dash, they'll ask me, okay, you accepted this first order you're going to make $9 on it. But could you do an additional add-on to that for $4? So, but you as the customer are going, well, why is he going to 10th Street when I live on 20th Street? And I'll get some of them who'll text me going, oh, you're in the wrong area. And I have to tell them, actually, DoorDash sent me 2 orders. That's why I'm here. And sometimes people get mad about that. And then there's no extra tip at the end of it. And but I will say there's a couple people, Howard, that will put a tip on the card, and when you show up, if you do it fast enough and they get it there hot and fresh, they'll actually give you a cash tip. And I never deal with cash, ever. There are a few people who just handed me an extra $10 bill. And let me just say, you don't forget that. You truly don't. I could tell you, I know 5 addresses right now I can tell you off the top of my head that go, I know when I pull in there, if I do it quick enough and fast enough, it's going to be the highlight of my day.
My wife will do that. She tends to be the one who goes to the door and picks up brings the actual meal in. I usually order it, and then she picks. She goes to the door, and picks it up. And I always put a tip on for any delivery. She very often will have some cash in hand, and if she's satisfied with the speed and so on, we'll hand out.
Let me just tell you, the tip on the card is enough. I promise you. There's no one expects any more than that because I accepted the order. No one I'm going to make on that order. But if you gave, I'm not saying you have to, because I'm not putting pressure on you. You have to do this. But you're saying damn, Nancy, that was awesome. I ordered that 15 minutes ago, and I already have it here at the front door. Yeah. Maybe you want to do something extra because that person next time, I swear to you, they're going to know. And like I just told you, I know 5 places right now. And I also know 2 places that I deliver that they're never going to tip. And I know now I will never accept another from and it's a grown adult. How it really is. It's 2 grown adults.
It's not Brad Leonard's house, is it?
He's next door to Leonard. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's 2 businesses like that. I know that people go on their lunch and they're going to order. And I almost can tell you, I can drive to the location, sit in front of a restaurant, know when they're going to order. That's how much I know it already. And
that's how predictable they are.
It's so predictable. And I got to be honest with you, I leave negative feedback. I do, because you can leave feedback for me which is awesome to leave feedback for a customer because it helps improve our ratings and we get better orders. You get more orders. But I will leave negative feedback if I get no tip. I'll just put, hey, customer never tips, and they're ordering literally $25 worth of food.
And not giving you anything.
Not giving you anything.
I never know how to answer some of those questions on. I always like to try to provide feedback.
Yeah.
And sometimes, different places with things like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate this? And I'll say, 5. And they say, well, explain to me why.
I will tell you this though. Like, if you ever get a chance, and you're finishing and you get your delivery, and it asks you, give them if you're happy with it, give them the thumbs up. But also give a little reason. Right? Food was hot and fresh, or food was delivered really fast, because that will increase the driver's rating. And when you get better ratings, I promise you, Howard, if me and another person are sitting within a half a mile of the restaurant, the person with the better ratings, I'm going to get the alert before they do. So that does mean a lot when you leave great feedback like that.
We had a problem this week, and it was not DoorDash's fault. Yeah. It was my fault. So I ordered a big meal for my wife and I think my son and Donna, we had ordered a big Bob Evans meal, okay? Big meal,
They're a very good DoorDash company.
And Bob Evans is one of the easiest online apps to use. They're I have nothing bad to say about them, except I got a text from my son, my youngest son, going, "Dad, did you order some food from Bob Evans?" "Yes." "Well, it's at my house."
You left their address in there from the last time?
Exactly. I said, well, let me look and see. And I looked, and I know what had happened. I had ordered you all for me. Say, I had ordered a Easter meal for them.
It's happened before.
And so I just didn't bother to think to change that. I just hit all the yes, yes, yes buttons. And so,
you know what I'll do to that? That's happened
go ahead
to
and
me. That's actually happened to me a couple of times. And I pull up in front of the house, and a person sees me in front of their house, and they're actually at somewhere else. I actually love it, because what they do, they go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I sent you to the wrong place. Can you bring it here?" Which may be 5 miles away. And then that's when they feel bad, and they feel
bad and get you a good tip.
Oh man, I got to tell you, I'm eating good that night.
I thought you were telling me that's when you eat their food.
No, I can't do that. And that's one thing that I will say too. A lot of people always say, "Oh, you forgot to put an egg roll in here." I have absolutely zero control over that, because that bag is most of the time is sealed, and I can't look in there and tell you whether this is in there. That's actually something you do have to take up with DoorDash and go, "Hey, maybe they'll offer you a credit for next time," or something like that. But the driver is really never allowed to touch anything inside that bag.
And that makes perfect sense. It is one of the things, I think, for all of us, it's hard to understand. Where does the restaurant's responsibility begin, and where does the driver's responsibility begin? Where is the restaurant and DoorDash? Who's responsible? I can only think of one occasion recently, and I'm not going to mention the restaurant because it's a place I like, but it was just thoroughly and completely messed up, just irritatingly messed up. And the problem was that and I don't remember if it was DoorDash or not, but the delivery service was arguing with the restaurant was arguing with the delivery service, and I was just like, somebody fix this.
Yeah. And
I don't know what the problem is, but I'm the one who had to suffer because of it.
And don't ever be offended if you see the DoorDasher taking a picture of the front of your house. One thing that protects everybody, that protects you, that protects me, it protects DoorDash, the restaurant who made the food. I had someone 2 weeks ago on a Monday, I delivered their food, and a few hours later I get an alert from DoorDash telling me that I have a contract violation. This person said that I never delivered their food, and I kept it. And I got to tell you, because I took that picture, easily, what they were trying to do was scam DoorDash and say that it wasn't delivered, they want free food and all this. So I texted DoorDash, they're like, you're in violation, you could be thrown out of the Dasher. Well, see this picture right here with that food sitting next to the door? That's all the proof, and that's what it was. So immediately took off my record, and that person, I'm sure, probably I don't even know if they can DoorDash anymore, order food.
It amazes me, Jerry, how many people try to get something for nothing. How many people do? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that if I wanted to.
Howard, that's Steve. That sounds
sorry,
like
Steve.
That sounds like his brother, but that's You got to get the voices right. See that?
I'm sorry.
That's brother. Yeah.
That took me a minute to do that too. But yeah, that's.
I mean, I know one day when you would ever feel like it, but man, I got to tell you, I wish some people would just ride along with me for an hour. And it's what an interesting job DoorDash is. It is. It's one of Biff. Actually, I took Biff with me one time for a delivery. It is some of the neatest, some of the coolest, some of the saddest things you're going to see. But man, I got to tell you, I got great satisfaction knowing sometimes that like you made someone's day. You really do. Who can't get out or can't do this, and it does. It's really gratifying some nights.
Well, just want you to know, although I can get out, it makes my day anytime food shows up on my doorstep.
I'm still waiting on that Howard M order, and I haven't got it, and I'm so mad that I haven't got one of those yet.
The other day, I forget where we ordered from. We ordered from someplace, and actually I think it might have been this Bob Evans thing.
Yeah.
Because I said to my son, I said, does it say Gerald on that cheap?
You're like, because you knew I was messing with you.
That's right. Is he screwing around with me?
I knew a delivery person, one I was going to one time, and I knew the person because it had their name, first and last name on it. So I go, oh, this is going to be good. I start texting pictures of myself to them on the delivery. And they call me and they go, is everything okay? I'm getting weird pictures of you. And I'm like, I'm bringing your food to you, idiot. And they had no idea.
I think I would order an extra French fry. Me as the dasher, order an extra French fry, and then just send pictures of you eating the French fries.
I've never good one, Howard. I never thought of that. That is, you know what? I may try that. All right,
Steve. I got to move on. Thanks for your call.
Have a great day. See you.
Good conversation. Quarter before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. I have a whole lot more tipping stuff, but we better take care of news first, Biffy. So let's get a quick news headline in here. And Billy's got sports for us as well. Watchdog Morning Show is underway here on a Friday.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Well, let's see if we get anybody from 7, Biffy. Nah, probably not.
Savings are mail-in rebates. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
The Watchdog prides itself in being involved in our community, and we want to hear from you. Does your organization have an event that you would like promoted on the radio? Please send us the details via our website, watchdognetwork.com. Just click on our contact page and fill the information. Live, local, and here for our community. Share your events with the Watchdog.
Are you struggling to make payments due to an unexpected financial obligation or loss of income? Are you receiving calls from debt collectors? Are you feeling overwhelmed and unsure of what steps to take next? Then you need the experience and expertise of attorney Tom McIntyre and his staff to help guide you through these temporary hardships. Want to hear more about how Tom can help? Then call 877-456-4155 and receive a free copy of Tom's ebook, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. Tom's ebook covers many questions people have about bankruptcy and includes interesting stories about people who tried to avoid filing and people who have filed for bankruptcy. We think you'll be surprised to learn some interesting facts about bankruptcy. Call 877-456-4155.
I'm Big Rick, host of Real Big Talk, weekday afternoons on the Watchdog. This show is about the now in our world. Breaking stories, local, statewide, national, and around the world discussed right here on the Watchdog. Join me, Lola, and other folks from the Valley as we discuss news as it happens. What is Real Big Talk? Well, it's an honest conversation that you can be a part of no matter which way you lean. Real Big Talk, weekdays on the Watchdog.
From the West Virginia Broadcasting Hall of Fame, directly to you. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
I want to remind you this Sunday is the virtual Jerry's Walk. Jerry's Walk is a walk that was created to make people more aware of suicide awareness, raise some money for suicide awareness efforts. It was created by the daughter of a friend of mine who committed suicide, Jerry Williams, and she's become very active and involved in being aware of suicide and how important it is to be knowledgeable about the signs to look for and so on. And so they raise money each year with Jerry's Walk, but this year, again, as it was last year, because of COVID concerns, Jerry's Walk will be virtual this coming Sunday, so you can walk around your neighborhood, go for a run, do yoga, take a bike ride, whatever. Document it with a picture, post it on your social media pages using hashtag Jerry's Walk 2021, and try to raise some money for the illuminating suicide awareness efforts. So that is this Sunday. It's a virtual walk again this year as opposed to a real one, but if you can make a contribution, go to their website, jerryswalk.com. Let me look here and see. Go to the website, jerryswalk.org, jerryswalk.org, and just make a contribution. If you're lazy, like me, and you don't want to actually do any walking or riding, just make a contribution, which I do every year. 7 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. We were talking about picnic. This is National Picnic Day. Biff, we were talking about it earlier, and I mentioned 94% of Americans say they like picnics, 5% of people say they don't like picnics, and 1% hate them. And we were trying to figure out why would anybody hate a picnic. The only thing I can think of is you had a really bad experience one time, like you were attacked by a raccoon or something. I don't know why you wouldn't like a picnic, although I did get a text off our text line at 304-214-1600. Maybe the ones who hate picnics are the ones who have to do all the prep work and the cleanup work.
I'd never thought of that.
It could be. Just like Thanksgiving dinner. I never think about that. I just eat. I mean, that is chauvinistic, that is arrogant, that is elitist, that's all kinds of things. I don't worry about cooking the turkey. I don't worry about cleaning it. I eat. So same thing with picnics. All I know is I show up, I have ham sandwich and chicken. I'm not worried about prep work. I must say, quite frankly, any picnic I'm involved in, Biff, there's not a lot of cleanup.
I figured there wouldn't be.
there just ain't much left. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to finish some of this tipping stuff. I wanted to talk more about this, but it was a good call from Stephen St. C. So I appreciate him calling in. We're talking about tipping for delivery, tipping for takeout, tipping for service in a restaurant. Do you tip for a cup of coffee? If all you're doing is going to a restaurant or going into a coffee shop and buying a cup of coffee, do you tip?
See, I think if it's a restaurant, and I don't know why this is, if it's a restaurant, yes. If it's a coffee shop, no. I think it's because the coffee that you get. If I'm in a restaurant, it's going to be the cup on a dish.
Right.
That you're going to get. If it's at a coffee shop, more than likely you're getting it to go. So it's on the run.
I would agree with you with one exception. If they have a tip jar at the counter.
Yes.
If I go into a coffee shop and I order my coffee and they give it to me and I take it away, I'm not going to give them a tip. But if there's a tip jar on the counter, I might throw a buck in.
Yeah, I'll throw it, like whatever. You. If there's a container or whatever there, I'll throw a buck or two in. But other than that, probably not. And that's just, I don't know why, but that's the way I do it.
I think you express it well. If you go into a restaurant and you're sitting down and somebody brings you a cup of coffee in a cup, in a saucer, that's a different experience than walking up to a counter and getting a cup of coffee at a coffee shop. I think. And again, but I will tip at the coffee shop if it's easy, if there's a tip jar. 57% say they do not tip for a cup of coffee. 30% say they will tip $1 for a cup of coffee. When you stay at a hotel, do you tip the housekeeper?
No.
I do. We always tip the housekeeper. 60% say they leave a tip for the housekeeper when they say it. My wife gets fanatic about it. No offense, sweetie, I love you dearly. But I mean, if did we put money in the envelope for the housekeeper? I think so. Well, we better check. We better go back and do. Okay, and I get it. I mean, I'm happy to tip the house, but she's a fanatic about it. We'll leave a tip for the housekeeper. 84% say they tip when they get a haircut. Do you tip for a haircut, Biffy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, that's. I've had take away the 4 years I was at Waynesburg and went down to the corner barber shop for $8 and got a haircut. Other than that, it's been the same person ever since I was little. And if she's not there, then there's a substitute that I usually go to. But it's been the same company, same people since I was little.
Yeah, I always tip. What I do is, I think the haircut, I don't even know, but I'm going to say it runs around $18.50 or something like that. I just give him a $20 bill and say, just keep it.
Actually, I know what mine is. Mine is 18.
Okay, well, that's about the same as mine. And I just give him a $20 bill and just tell him to keep it. I just feel, I don't know why, I feel like there's a, I don't know, I just think that makes some sense to me. 45% say their tipping habits have not changed during the pandemic. It's interesting, 5% say they're tipping less during the pandemic. Now, if it's an economic issue, I get that. If you're among those people hurt economically by the pandemic, I understand why you tip less. Personally, I tip more during the pandemic because I recognize that servers, chefs, service employees, what they call essential employees these days, I recognize what a difficult job it is and that they're having a hard time getting as much business. So I tip better, I think, after the pandemic. But I get it. If economics were an issue for you, if you were hard hit economically by the pandemic, 5% say they're tipping less during the pandemic. So 50%, though, say they're with me, tipping more during the pandemic. All right. You don't need to tip your talk show host, but I suppose free food wouldn't hurt. Just saying. Just saying. Time for me to say sayonara, see ya, bye-bye, farewell. I gotta go. Gotta get out of here. Taking the weekend off and back again Monday morning at 7 o'clock with the go around the big gig. Are you back with me, Biff?
Back Monday for another week.
We're going to keep on doing it until we get it right.
That could be a long time.
You betcha.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Dozens of world leaders said they're...
All right, Biffy. They made it through. Not bad at all, actually. Yeah, I thought that, and Jerry was good. That was a good segment, actually. In fact, I may pull that out as a podcast, so I might do that. Put it up on the podcast page. Okay, I'll be around. I think I'm here all day. Nancy's gone, so... Ooh, I could order sausage, gravy, and biscuits, and if it gets here in time, she wouldn't even know it. Oh, that's an idea. I may have to work on that. You're right. I have to hide the evidence. So, but I should be here all day, so if you need me for anything, give me a buzz. I'm going to stop in because Bill's been calling me every day to make sure you pick up this information about this Mother's Day giveaway. So I want to make sure I get that. Mother's Day it's not next week, right? It's not this, I know it's not this Sunday. It's not the following Sunday. It's 2 Sundays. So we have this Sunday, one more Sunday, and then Mother's Day. Okay, all right. So it's actually it's some Mother's Day buffet at Nail City. It's a good thing to give away. But I will stop and get it so I don't hear anything about him. He's trying to be helpful to everybody. I give him a lot of credit for that. I do. All right, if you need me, you know where I am. Just give me a buzz. Otherwise, I'll talk to you Monday. Have yourself a great weekend. All right. Thanks for your help, as always. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
There may be an agreement in the works on Capitol Hill to help deal with some of the surge of migrants arriving at the southern border. ABC's Ike Ajachi has more from Washington.
A rare show of bipartisanship in Washington to address the surge of migrants flowing into the U.S. Republican Senator John Cornyn and Democrat Kyrsten Sinema, both of whom represent border states, unveiling legislation that would create 4 new processing centers at the border. The bill would also add more immigration judges and asylum officers to tackle the huge backlog of cases.
Desperation in the Bali Sea. The U.S. is helping join the search for an Indonesian Navy submarine